The ancient Hebrew script that was used by the Jews before the exile in Babylon was more or less a picture language. You see this in the Dead Sea Scrolls. You can see it on a lot of different fragments that have been found, and I want to just tell you a little bit about the picture language because it's so significant concerning Passover. These ancient letters were, and they are, a perfect phonetic system, and they're much more. Each letter is also a picture with a meaning. So, for example, the letter Aleph looked like an ox. You can see it on this stone here, and underneath it is like a staff, and that's the letter, the Lamed in Hebrew, or the L sound. And so here, it represented authority. So the Aleph, because it was first, it means strong and leader. So the Hebrew word for God is El, and it was written with an Aleph and a staff because he is the first authority. He is the strong authority. So this gives you an idea of the picture language. So within a word, you had more words, picture meaning. The Aleph looked like an ox. In Moses' day, it looked like an ox where you could actually kind of see the horns and the head. But in David's day, it looked more like an ox with a V and a line through it. But you could still see the picture of the ox because the language evolved. Actually, there are several different stages that this went through. The Beit in Hebrew, many of you know, means house. Well, Moses drew a 3-room house. David drew a tent on a landscape. The letter He, for example, it means to behold. It was like a window. The letter Yod is a hand. And so it's important when you understand the picture language, and you're going to see why here in just a minute. I want you to think of the letters that we think of as our own. Look what happened to the Aleph. It became our letter A. The Beit became our letter B. Aleph Bet, alphabet. And so do you guys know what that word is? If in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the Aleph and the Beit is Ab. What does Ab mean? Father. Who's the strength of the house? Father. And so they drew the picture of an ox and the picture of a house. So that would tell you that that was father, or Ab, or Abba. And so you can see how both letters ended up becoming R-A and R-B. Now here's an example of the ancient picture language, and I'm just going to concentrate on a few letters here. I want to emphasize the He again. It means, it's like a window, and it means to behold. And then the Vav, if you'll notice the Vav, which is the number 6, the 6th letter, you see how in the ancient picture language it looked like a nail. And the Vav is like a conjunction in Hebrew, or and it connects. So what does a nail do? It attaches something, okay? And then the next letter I want to bring down again is the Yod, number 10, toward the bottom. The Yod means a work or a deed, and it's the hand. Now on this next, the last part of their alphabet, their L to T, I want to emphasize, first off, the number 14, the noon. The noon was the picture of fish. It means activity and life. So it's very understand that the noon is fish. Also, I want you to notice number 20 toward the bottom, Reish, like Rosh Hashanah, head of the year. Reish means head, and so they drew the picture of a head. It means the person, or the highest person, like a prince. Sometimes Rosh is translated prince. And then the last letter is the Tav, and that is so significant. Look at the letter Tav. It looked like a cross. In Ezekiel, it talks about those people that are weeping, that are praying, the righteous one. And God says, before you destroy all the people, I want you to put a mark in the forehead of those that love me. The Hebrew word for mark there is Tav. So he was putting a cross on the foreheads of the people in Ezekiel. That's the mark that they were putting on their head. Now, what's significant about that is, look at this. The very word oath I told you about at the very beginning is made up of the Aleph, which means the leader, the Vav, which is a nail, and the cross is to the sign. So the very Hebrew word for sign in the picture language means showing the leader who is nailed to the cross. Look at the Hebrew word Torah. The Hebrew word Torah, the first, and again, Hebrew's right to left. So the first letter is a cross. The second letter is the Vav, which is a nail. The third letter is a head, which is the Rosh, the highest person. The last letter is the He, to reveal. So the very word Torah means revealing the highest person nailed to the cross. That was the picture language for the word Torah. So you can see why Torah is so significant to understand. Now, concerning the Yod, He, Vav, He, if you remember, the Yod was what? It was a hand, right? The Vav is a nail. The He means to reveal. Remember Thomas, and when he saw Yeshua's nailed hand, he said, "My Lord and my God." The very word Yod He Vav He in the picture language means the hand revealed, the nail revealed. That's how God's name was written in the ancient Hebrew picture language. And so if you want to learn more about the ancient Hebrew picture language, you can go to livingwordpictures.com, or you can go to our website, and we have you can order some of his material from us at a discount.